everyone. Welcome to another episode of Making Sense. My name is Hannah Willis. I'm the marketing director here at NBC. And with me today, I have Deena Woolhouse, who is a personal banker from our Big Lake branch. So thank you for making the trip up.
Of course.
Making Sense is really just about breaking down complex banking topics into something that the general public can understand.
Right.
So today we're going to talk about fees, minimum balances, a little bit about interest. Let's kick it off with just what are some typical bank fees and what should people know about them?
The most common fees that most people would end up seeing are maintenance fees, ATM fees, and overdrafts. Those are kind of the three biggest ones. We have those fees in place to kind of help offset the cost of truthfully having the account, protecting it from fraud. There is a cost for those items, and those fees help offset some of those costs.
Okay.
Just an example for overdrafts as well. We do charge a fee because you are using funds that aren't readily available in your account. So again, that's kind of how the bank offsets that.
Right. Like we're providing you a service.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there is a fee for that service.
Yeah.
So
Deena, I've noticed that some of our accounts have a minimum balance, whether that be like $100. Can you tell me why we would require a customer to keep a minimum balance in an account?
Sure. With certain accounts, like you said, we do require a minimum balance to maintain. Typically, those accounts are going to pay interest. So we use that required minimum balance to encourage customers to keep a consistent amount of funds in there so they earn more interest.
Let's talk a little bit about interest and like a checking and a savings account. How does one decide which kind of account they need? And then if the interest varies between a checking and a savings?
Yeah. So checking accounts, again, typically don't have interest that's earned on them. We kind of offset that with providing fee-free checking accounts are very common. To offset that, we don't pay interest because you're not getting that monthly fee. Now, savings accounts are going to typically earn interest. And how to decide between the two, I would ask yourself the question, how am I going to be using the account? If it's going to be for daily transactions, you're going to be pulling money in and out, a checking account is going to be a better option for you. Versus if you're just setting money aside, don't have plans with it, don't need to do anything with it, that's a savings account is going to be a better option. But that's certainly something to discuss with your banker.
Deena, what's a common scenario that you find customers in often when it comes to fees and balances and interest?
The most common thing I see is truthfully people just not reviewing their own account. Those fees are going to continuously quietly come out of the account until you make an active change.
Okay. So where am I looking to see these fees?
Yes, that would be on your online banking, just under transactions. You click on the account and it'll pull up all your transactions.
Okay, and let's say I see one in there. Would you suggest that I try to figure it out and correct it myself, like self-correct? Or should I call? Should I stop in? Like what should I do about this fee that I don't want?
Yes, yeah. If you can look into it a little bit just on your end, see what it may be for. Some of our fees don't always have a great description in them as well when you do see them. So it's never a bad thing to give us a call and just ask what that is. And then, in lieu of that as well, we can discuss at that time what better options you have to avoid those fees. Or let's have you sign up for e-statements so you're not getting that paper statement fee. Or, you went to an ATM that we don't partner with, things like that.
Yeah.
How to kind of prevent that. We can discuss how to prevent those fees. Or, maybe you're not in the right account for your spending habits and your financial goals.
Yeah. I love that, right? Because, you can try to fix it on your own.
Right.
But it might keep happening.
Exactly.
So then you might need to, just have a conversation.
Yes. And don't be afraid to ask for help or ask questions.
Yeah. So what are the alerts? How do the alerts protect you?
We have different types of alerts. You can set up alerts when your balance reaches a certain point.
So that seems to me like it would help with like a minimum balance.
Yep, exactly.
Got it. And what about ATM fees. So no fee if they're using an ATM at any NBC location.
Correct.
But then we do have this network.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about the networks?
MoneyPass is the one we network with. And you can look up MoneyPass ATMs wherever you are in the country and find which one's closest to you so you do not get a fee.
Okay.
It provides you an address, tells you how far you are away. You can plug in a zip code, the town that you're in, city, whatever it may be, and it'll show you exactly where to go.
Okay. Awesome. What's the easiest way to avoid unnecessary bank fees?
Utilize our online digital tools. Ones I would recommend highly are going to be setting up those alerts that we've discussed, as well as setting up bill pay so you can control and monitor your automatic payments. The great thing about that is it's going to save you time to set those up. So that way they're out of sight, they're out of mind. Your bills are getting paid automatically. You don't have to worry about them.
Can you speak to a little bit about when it comes to avoiding bank fees, like getting into the right account?
Yes.
Off the bat.
Yes, just to be open and honest with your banker when you are setting up that account, how you're going to use it. Let us know those things up front so we can help you. We may recommend a few accounts as well. If you have goals that you're saving for a home, let's put you in a savings. Let's put a chunk in there. You'd like to have a checking account as well for daily transactions, groceries, gas, whatever it may be. Let's put you in that as well. There's not necessarily always one account that's going to be best for your goals and your needs. And it's just having those open and honest conversations that really help with that.
Okay. What's one piece of advice you would give to someone who is just generally maybe confused about banking terms, because they can be confusing, and just the whole idea of like fees and minimum balances, it just feels overwhelming.
Just again, ask questions. It's good to ask those questions, and we can explain further in depth of what we're actually talking about. But that's where you want to build a good relationship with your banker, so you trust them, you have someone you can confide in about your banking, and you don't feel so overwhelmed, so confused, because you trust the person you're working with.
I love that, like the aspect of trust, because like I don't need to know everything.
Exactly. No.
And that's reassuring to me. Like I just need to know that I have somebody who does know it.
Who's on your side.
And who's going to take care of me.
Exactly.
And I think that's what you do.
Yes.
And what you love to do.
What we try to do.
Deena, thank you for joining. I know it's not always easy talking about, fees and minimum balances and, ATM charges, but it's a part of life. And I think it's better to just talk about it than, not quite understand what's going on behind the scenes. So I appreciate you being here and your honesty. The bank is really lucky to have you.
Thank you.
And thank you everybody for joining another episode of Making Sense.